The rise of violence on school campuses is a growing cause for concern.
We all witness a series of incidents taking place in our schools, stabbings, students stabbing the teachers, students stabbing students, and it's just not happening in one school, it's happening in so many schools, and it's actually triggered the question from the public, what's going on in our schools.
A place many in the past regarded as a safe haven for young adults has progressively become a bit of everything no parent will want their child to become.
This drug consumption comes along with so many effects like instant death, mental health issues, depression and suicidal thoughts, as well as academic underperformance and conduct issues.
Families should go back to the drawing board and look after the children. Secondly, those who supply drugs should be taken out. They should face the rule of law. And thirdly, the medical side of it, where we detox these people, rehabilitate them and make them feel better.
In the two English-speaking regions, the armed conflict sandwiched by the COVID-19 pandemic has fueled the worsening situation, with school learners taking drugs as a suitable alternative to gainfully occupy themselves.
Many children are not going to school. So you realize that some of them staying at home, they believe that consuming drugs releases their stress. You see, so after our findings or after a research we did, we realized that many of these students don't go to school and they believe that consuming drugs will be a way out for them or something.
While it remains a moral duty for school authorities to deter these learners from deviant behaviors, it is even an obligation for parents to instill a proper upbringing for their kids.
Yes, it's true that there's an issue of drugs. A lot of these children are taking illicit drugs like tramadol, like marijuana, like diazepam. But most of these students stay without supervision from home. We are having a complete breakdown in the way that we run our homes. Because if you look at a typical home today, the father is working, the mother is working. The children stay alone, nobody supervises them. If you are staying in a town like Douala where you want to catch up or to avoid traffic, some people leave home at 6, some leave at 5:30, only getting back home at 8 o'clock. So who will be looking after your children? Who will be looking after your children when you leave for work? The father is working, the mother is working, they're all looking for money, but at the end of the day, they lose their families. So these children end up with peer pressure from friends, from neighbors, bad companies in schools, and eventually we're having what we're having today.
Parents should take their responsibility to educate their kids against drug consumption. If parents take this role to educate their kids back home, I think that when we come in to fight this fight, for example, we think that we will just be finalizing what they already began at home. So parents should take their responsibility to always check their children, check if they are going to school, if they leave home, if they go to school or not, call the teachers, check out if they are in school and stuff like that.
It is against this backdrop that the local Community Development Association is using a holistic approach in educating students away from delinquency, while also promoting rehabilitation for those caught in the web.
Local Community Development Association is coming to educate them, to teach them the ills of drug consumption, to tell them that this thing is not profitable to their future. By the way, health-wise, it's not profitable. It's going to destroy their health. It's going to ruin their future. That's why we're coming to see how we can sensitize them against drug consumption.
With its Operation No Drug-Induced Violence on campus, the organization plans to use a more practical but subtle approach in morally rearming the students with the appropriate knowledge required to stay clear from this growing menace.
Local Community Development Association, collaboration with its partners, Spin One Love, an association in Japan, is going to be carrying on this program together, or this project together. We are not going to limit the fight just with the fight against drug consumption, but we are going to be giving educational support to some schools. We are equally going to be giving COVID-19 relief kits to some communities that have been highly hit by the crisis, like Ekona, Moyoka, Mautu, or Malende, you can name them. And then generally, we shall be giving general humanitarian support. We are going to be giving general humanitarian support to some communities that have been highly hit by the crisis.
Certainly, moves like these, coupled with others instituted by government and other well-wishers, can only but bring sanity back on campus.